But you look good, man. You look fit. I haven't seen you in like a year. It's been like a year and a half since we've caught up. You've been busy and you're killing the game as usual.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been bouncing around. Just got back from Atlantic City. I was there for 2 weeks, and it was a little bit. It was like 8. It was a lot. It was 8 shows.
Okay, so wait, 2 weeks in Atlantic City is like 8 weeks somewhere else, right?
Yeah. Atlantic City, if you've ever been there, if your listeners or viewers have ever been there, it's basically, was supposed to be Vegas on the water. Unfortunately, Atlantic City, there is like a beautiful hotel, $2.5 billion property, and like right next to it is Section 8 housing. So it's like really, it's like you walk out of the hotel, it's a little sketchy.
It's like Springsteen can sing about it all he wants, but it's still Atlantic City.
Yeah, and listen, the shows were great, and the hotel was great, but if you want to walk on the boardwalk at night, you might not come back to the hotel.
You're right. Yeah. Are you in the middle of doing you always are doing such huge dates. Is this the season for it, or are you taking some time off?
Took some time off in this summer, and then just doing some casinos here. I'm going to Las Vegas this weekend, and then just some local California gigs up in Northern California. And then that's it. I'm going to shut it down November, right before Thanksgiving, and then next year we're up in the air. I don't have like a vision board or like I'm going to do the whatever it is. It's just whatever pops up. I kind of
okay. So what do you do when you're at a dinner party or you're out with fancy, smart people and they're like, "Tell me about your 2-year plan," and you're like, I
don't know if you're a planner, if you're like sketching out your year next year or the next 18 months. But for me, I tell them just that. I go with the flow, whatever comes across my desk. If nothing comes across, then nothing comes across.
Isn't it, by the way, anybody who says that they can plan anything in our business is being a little bit full of shit, because we're all, it's like we're in a river, and sometimes the river is at flood stage, and other times it's a drought. And so you kind of got to go where the river flows, you know what I'm saying? But I always find that the people that I know who are in actual businesses cannot understand. Because they're making quarters. They're like, well, our next quarter, we're hoping to be in the third quarter. And I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah, there's no quarters here. It's day by day. It's
day by day. Feast or famine.
Well, especially in, the movie TV business, which, you've been involved with. I don't know if I could do that, man. I don't know if I could do the, somebody making a movie, is somebody making a TV show. With comedy, at least, you could go out and do it once you get to a particular point.
Yeah, you always have it.
Yeah, you always got like somewhere you could go. But with the acting thing, is it coming in or not?
Yeah, that's why, with my son, Johnny, my youngest, who decided he wanted to be an actor, I was like, obviously you have my blessing to do whatever your passion is, but if you're going to be an actor, you better be a content creator, because there's nothing, the sitting by the phone, the professional sitting by the phone thing, not a master of your own destiny to the extent you can even do it, is a problem. And he's been great. He's been writing his own stuff. But I mean, I remember coming up as an actor, I'd just be, I was really young. So I'd be like 17, 18 years old with my Corona with lime in it over at, Charlie Sheen's pool, checking my answering machine, hoping for some shit to go down. I mean, that's not a sustainable world.
Well, you coming up in the time that you did, and now you're looking at the entertainment business now, right? I was having this conversation with a couple of people that are close to me saying, you used to get paid to pretend to be somebody else, and now it seems the business is, we're going to pay you to be yourself.
100%. 100%.
Is the lure of Hollywood and the entertainment business just seem to be just watered down, and now
Oh, I can do you one better. So there's some very, very famous annual poll. It's not like the Harris poll or something, but I'm going to find out what it is. But it's a very famous annual poll that's been going on for 50, 60 years, polling young people about who they admire and what they want to do with their lives. And for the first time ever, last year, actor, movie star, TV star did not appear on the top 10 jobs at all. At all. And it was replaced with, not surprisingly, 3 iterations of social media success. They don't want to be a movie star, but they do want to be an influencer. They don't want to be, and you know who else was not on there? Rock star.
wow.
Wasn't on there. And by the way, I don't think it was the term rock star, but it meant rock star. So to your point, the allure of Hollywood, for 100%, it's been completely supplanted by the highest levels of the social media. And why not? I mean, social media has surpassed it in cultural relevance. And it's not even close.
So I guess the question is entertainment in itself changing? Is in 20 years, are we just going to be watching Frank in his living room eat a sandwich and tell us we got to go to this restaurant? I mean,
well, did you see this whole thing that's come out this week about this the first AI actress?
No.
And that all of the big agencies were vying to represent her. She's AI. And it became a kerfuffle. I think it's more of a troll. But sure enough, some people took the bait and were irate, and there were, of course, everybody has to sign a pledge or some sort of letter today in Hollywood, and they did. And the person who created it is a company in France, I think, an AI company, and they're like, this is no different than a puppet. When puppetry came out, it's not meant to recreate a human being. So anyway, but to that said, they're going to be AI stars for sure. But it's never going to place what you do. You're in the best place of anybody. You're in a better place than me.
Yeah, they haven't figured out the live entertainment aspect of it yet, thank God. So I think I came at the right time, because by the time this is all said and done, I don't know what the hell entertainment's going to look like. But
you're going to be, and you know what? The good thing for like live Broadway, live theater is also going to be huge, because there's going to be a generation that cannot believe that real human beings can stand for 90 minutes and talk uninterrupted. Really, they're not going to believe it.
Yeah.
They will have no history with it whatsoever. And it will be huge. It's like somebody was saying bespoke entertainment. Entertainment's going to become bespoke. It'll be like, you'll want your Gucci bag. You'll be like the Hermes bag. Like, hard to find, not everywhere. You sell out big places, but let's say 7,000 seat, whatever it is. That's it. It's not hundreds of thousands. And that's it. It's like going to Hermes, and you're always going to be there. And then a lot of it will be, Walmart, and that's great, dude. There's great shit at Walmart. Every time I walk through a Walmart, I'm like, I can't believe they have this. This is dope. But that's kind of where we're at. That's for whatever it's worth.
So what are you telling a young kid like your son? Is it, get into acting classes and make your own movie? Or are you telling them, you know what, go in the basement, play video games, and put it up on a live stream, and you'll probably make more money than, any actor working today?
Well, the real thing is about acting for anybody is, if you're a real actor, that you're so in love with the process that you would do it for free. And there have always been people that have chased the other parts of it, which are great. But a real actor it wouldn't even be a discussion. They would act any time over doing anything else. That was certainly me. I was a big acting nerd, still am a little bit. But in terms of how to navigate where the world is going, I had a really, really interesting conversation with one of the big CEOs at a tech company. And I said, what are you doing for your summer internships? Like, what do you look for? And they said, we're done with the geeks. We've got those. We've got hundreds of thousands. And we don't, and the smarty pants, we got that too. We got an A, we got it cheap. What we want are kids who light up a room. We want kids now who charming, high EQ is valued over high IQ, and able to connect, tell a story, look somebody in the eye, be authentic. Like that's the stuff that's going to be of value, because all of the other stuff you have it on a button now. I mean, remember 5 years ago, it was like, you better study. We shouldn't teach cursive in schools. By the way, shouldn't teach cursive in schools. I'm using it as an example. But we should be teaching coding. Well, how about coding is the last thing we should be teaching? Remember that was a big discussion?
Yeah.
Why are we not teaching our kids coding? How about that's already, no one's going to code. No one. That's going to be an AI. But we had it so wrong even 2.5, 3 years ago. So who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
What are you telling your kids?
Oh, I got an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. And
they're right in it, dude. They're in the thick of it. Okay, so it's Saving Private. Our world is Saving Private Ryan. We're all in the landing craft. And instead of taking the shore, the beaches of France, we're headed into AI. And the fucking gate comes down. And the people are unprepared. We've all seen that scene. Your kids are the kids who make it over the side.
Yeah.
And now they're swimming to the beach. What are you telling them?
Well, listen, I don't know if I'm delusional in the sense that I would like my kid. I like the way I grew up. I liked that we had dinner on the table, and, there was conversation, and there was friendships, and there was play. Go in the backyard and go play, right? So
Yeah.
I'm always yearning for those moments. And obviously my kids are growing up in a different environment, different world now that the internet and social media is so prevalent. So I'm trying to keep them as innocent as I possibly can for as long as I can, and we'll see what happens. But I don't give them iPads. They don't have any of that. Do they watch TV on a Saturday morning? Like I was watching Fred Flintstone. Yeah, they're doing that. But yesterday, I was out in the backyard and we're playing football. My daughter was going out for passes. My son was, covering her. And to me, it's like, all right, that's beautiful. I don't want them on a video game, with a headset on, talking to somebody in Singapore. I mean, I don't know. Am I just behind? Like some bitter old man over here going.
I know, man. I feel you. I feel you 100%. It's like, I grew up the same way where like, you knew springtime was afoot when, no pun intended, you took your shoes off and you were out in the yard and you didn't put your fucking shoes back on till the fall. And the streetlights came on and that was time to go home and climbing trees and all that, because football, all that stuff. And people are still doing. I think that's going to come back. I think all that stuff is going to come back. But there's no denying. Just wait. 8 years old.
Yeah.
The oldest. Yeah. Wait till they're pushing 13, 14, and they're hammering you for the new Oculus or whatever, and all their friends are on there, playing some damn thing.
Well, that's the problem. I told my wife, I said, the parents, listen, when I grew up, all the parents were on the same page. So, if you went over to Johnny's house and you were acting up, Johnny's parents, kind of put you in place. Now it's like all the parents are on all these different things. Hey, I'll give you an example. My daughter told me, I don't think Santa exists. And this was when she was 6.
How old is she?
She was 6 when she told me this. So I told my wife, Lana, I go, find out on your mother thread what's going on at the school. And we found out that the parents were telling the kids there's no Santa because they didn't want to lie to their kids. And I'm like, what? That's all I do is lie to my kids. What are we what are we doing? So that's what I'm saying. It's like all these parents today are not even on the same page when it comes to child rearing. So when your son comes home says, I want the new Oculus, I'm looking at the parents going, what the hell are you giving your kid a new Oculus for? Now my kid wants it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I mean, how about there's a couple up in our neighborhood and we always invite them to, like if it's like sometimes it's like a proper dinner, like a sit down dinner or a celebration, and they'll routinely be an hour and a half late, routinely. And it's always, our child didn't want to go to bed yet. So the kid sets its own bedtime. The kid also decides whether the kid also decides if they want to go to school or not on any given day. Do you imagine?
Yeah, we didn't have these options growing up. I didn't even have the option of telling my parents I was warm. Could you put the air conditioning on? So like, I would go to my father. I'm a little warm. Could we put the air on? And he's like, no, we're not putting the air on. Which I often think my father gave us a better life than he had, right? Yet we couldn't enjoy the better life that he provided. He's like, I didn't have air conditioning when I was a kid. I'm like, well, we got it now.
Right.
Can we put it on?
No. How did he get air conditioning and not want to use it? He didn't put it in. You guys have bought a house that already had it. He was like, yeah, I'll buy this, but I ain't using that.
No,
he built it.
He built the house with central air conditioning, and he figured if he put it on, it's going to cost him money. So we were sweating. Makes no sense.
I love that you and I are the same age, and it's so funny, air conditioning. Like, I remember when my mom and dad divorced, and then my dad started his next life, and his next house had air conditioning. And I thought, man, he is rich. He has made it. It was a thing. I mean, now looking back, I realize we all lived without air conditioning. What? And a lot of us didn't have it. It was new.
Yeah, but the difference between your dad and my dad
is my dad
your dad put it on.
Sure the fuck did. Let me tell you something. Ohio in August, and you walked into that air conditioning, you were like, yeah, we are living. Living.
Yeah. Chicago, same thing. Midwest, those summers are brutal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so they don't do, obviously they don't do any social media. They're still too young for that anyway.
Yeah.
But wait till one of them says they want to be an influencer.
Well, it used to be you wanted to keep your daughter off a pole. Now, you want to, at least for me, I don't want her doing any of that. So I don't want to do her OnlyFans and this, that, and the other. Just give, what happened to just, Daddy, I want to be an accountant. Is that, like, what? Listen to this. I grew up with people didn't want their photos taken. There was a time where somebody put up a camera, but people were like, no, I don't like my photo. What happened to being camera shy? Does that exist anymore?
Do you remember in your yearbook? Remember in the yearbook, camera shy? It'd be a square with that in it because somebody literally didn't want their picture taken.
Yeah.
Camera shy. Well, now everybody knows their angles. I mean, I'm looking and everybody's like with a 3/4 turn and the legs, one leg over the other to give them a fucking V. All the shit that, stupid idiots like us eventually learn. But now, like, the fucking barista in Des Moines is fucking doing it. It's gnarly. I mean, and how about, so my kid, your kids are still young enough that they're proper kids. When they get older, you will learn everything from your kids. about what's really going on. And my oldest son was telling me a stat that, and he could be just, yanking my chain and trying to be dramatic, but a preponderance, let's just say, let's not put a number on it, of people have OnlyFans accounts. And they're like, I'm sorry, you want me to go work at the Dairy Queen this summer? For what? I'm going to take a picture of my foot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sell pictures of my feet.
Well, what does that tell you? Does that tell you like what have we become as a society? Put it this way: 40 years ago, was somebody sitting in their house going, "God, I wish I could see some feet right now," and all of a sudden we have that. It's available to us, or it's just,
well, is it that the feet people were there living quietly under a rock, and now that they're out, the feet people are out and out and about feet people, or
I don't know. Or did the OnlyFans come around and then people got turned on to feet? I don't know.
Where would you draw the line? Let's say you never made it as a comic, and OnlyFans is out, and listen, it's like it's either you got no money, and you're scrambling and living a life of difficulty that so many people unfortunately live, or you're taking pictures of your feet. Are you down with would you do the feet?
No, I wouldn't do the feet.
You wouldn't do the feet?
No.
Well, then just, if you're not going to do the feet, you're certainly not going to do the other stuff on OnlyFans.
No, this is where I go. I don't make it as a comedian. I just get out of the entertainment business and I start working in the hospitality business. I just switched the whole thing. I cannot do anything. Listen, I'm tight with my parents. I could never call them and go, I'm taking a picture of my left foot tonight and I'm putting it up on OnlyFans so somebody could jerk off.
They don't know. You don't need to call them.
I tell my parents everything.
Okay. Do you remember, are you a sports fan at all?
Yeah.
You remember Rex Ryan, right? His foot thing.
Yeah.
That was the first time I was introduced to the foot thing.
He had a foot fetish. It wasn't.
Dude, he had a foot fetish, and then he made a video sneaking up on his wife with her feet sticking out of the window at a roadside rest stop. And they were kind of role playing vis-a-vis the feet. And then it got out, and then every stadium in the league would hold up pictures of feet when the Jets came into town.
Oh, man.
It's the best.
That's what I'm saying. 40 years ago, if somebody had a foot fetish, and no one would have known that. The rest stop would have been like, you would have saw that picture in an album in the basement somewhere when he died. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, right. Yes, exactly. I mean, the other thing is for all of us, we have to figure out where we fit in the new evolving world. And what do your kids start telling you? And they won't even tell you because it'll just come up in conversation. And that's how you know they're perfectly fine with fill in the blank. And you're like, wait, what would you say? And it's the culture that they live in is so insane. I mean, the stuff that they just take for granted is beyond. I mean, feet fetish being the least of it, probably.
Yeah, I just don't, even with these podcasts, right? You know, I keep going on podcasts and I'm thinking to myself, how much could one person talk? Right? I got my own podcast. Now I'm going on everybody else's podcast. What's left to say?
Not much, baby. I mean, and look, but again, it's what you're saying. It comes back to what you're saying is what people value now. And I think it's kind of cool in a way is authenticity. They want real shit. And on a podcast, it's, if you're doing real shit, and it's not a pre-programmed appearance on Jimmy Kimmel or whatever. Nothing against that, but those are really pre-programmed and really, manufactured. But the question is, how many people do you want to see be authentic?
Well, I don't know. Is there something to be said about having a little mystery? That do we got all come out and tell everybody our problems?
No.
That I went
Here's
to
the-
this and I went to that and I went to marriage. I mean, like normally that stuff was kind of like,
Oh, dude, if you did publicity of any kind when I was coming up, people were like, "Oh, they're not a serious actor." They like it was so frowned on to do any publicity. I mean, Warren Beatty would have, I think he did 3 interviews for Reds. I mean, Dustin Hoffman, Robert Redford, they did not do publicity. They didn't do photo shoots. They didn't do any of it. It was you would get dinged if you did. I mean, talk about a pendulum swing.
well, I think it hurt the movie and TV thing because now when I look at an actor, I used to look at an actor, and I think Tom Cruise is the only one that I could look at and go, I don't know what Tom Cruise's car, inside his car looks like.
That's right.
So when I watch the movie, I just see the actor.
That's
I don't
right.
see anything else. But
Look,
now everybody's got to give an opinion. They're political. They're this, that, and the other thing. Now when I watch movies, I go, oh, she thinks that this is wrong and da, da, da. And I'm focused on that and not the movie.
Well, that's a subset of the problem is the notion of like people's are leading with their beliefs, which is they have every right to do. But the price you pay, and they're happily willing to do it, and they feel that it's a brave thing to do, and it probably is that when you see them on screen, you go, oh, there's Sean Penn. Yeah, he liked that dictator in Venezuela. I remember that. You know what I mean? And like whatever. But like you didn't know what the fuck Cary Grant thought about anything, or Jimmy Stewart, or Robert De Niro. Well, now you do, but early on you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin, all of them, and then the other part of it is the non-political part is just the proliferation of phones. So I just try to imagine what it would be like to see a picture of Cary Grant walking down Melrose with like a yoga mat and a froyo. I just can't. Do you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, ew.
Well, that's the
Ew.
thing. Nobody ever saw that. And there was like a mystique about that. I looked at Hollywood, and again, I don't want to sound like some guy who's 52 years old up here, like, in my day. But in my day, I looked at movie stars as like, I didn't even know what planet they were from. Like, I lived in Chicago. I thought Los Angeles, Hollywood was like, you can't even get there. That's
right.
Like not even a place that I could even go.
That's right. Isn't that weird? I know exactly what you mean. It's like, so how do people, and like where and how? What?
But you were in it. You were in it at like when I was going where, how? You know what I'm saying?
No, dude, I definitely caught it. I caught the middle into the tail end. I definitely got to experience the dinosaurs of movie stars in Hollywood before the asteroid hit. 100%. 100%.
Did you ever cross paths with Sinatra or?
I did.
100%. What's your Sinatra story?
So my Sinatra story is there was an author who did these hit piece books called Kitty Kelly. And she was famous for doing books that murdered people. Like she had a Nancy Reagan book and it crushed. And the Kitty Kelly Sinatra book had just come out. And, it's every, weird and insane Sinatra story. So I'm reading the Sinatra book in the lobby of a hotel in Dallas. Now I know Sinatra's going to be playing this event that I'm co-hosting. And I wanted to read up on him. So he walks by, I hide the book, he doesn't see it. Whew, escaped. That night at the event, I'm introduced to him. And he grabs my cheek with his as hard as you can grab it, like literally pinch my cheeks like you would a baby, but as hard as he possibly can. And then with his other hand, he slaps me, like not hard, not hard or anything, but like slaps me. And he's like, clapping, my grandkids love ya.
Oh, I thought the way that I thought that story was going to go, he saw you reading a book in the lobby and then waited later to slap you.
Maybe he did. And maybe he used the, I know. No, my grandkids love you. And then I've told this story before, so for the long time listeners, forgive me. But that was, he's sitting later at a table with Cary Grant, Gregory Peck, Robert Wagner, and Prince Rainier of Monaco. And I go up to pay my respects. And I shake everybody's hand and say, just thank you and good to see you all, guy. And I walk away. And I hear Robert Wagner, as I'm walking away, very quietly say, you know, that young man has banged every one of our kids.
Oh, wow.
That was all one weekend. My weekend with Sinatra.
Well, so you were around was there a mystique there with these guys? Like this was
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they were gods. They were gods. And it's because there was a mystique. And, you know, mystique was valued. Mystique was cultivated. It was in the equation that made you successful. And that flavor, that ingredient has been replaced with authenticity. It's just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. I mean, people want to be invested in who you are. And I get that. I get it. I'm not shaking my fist at the sky on that one, because the reason for it is actually is in many ways more human. But the result, one of the unintended consequences, is that it kills mystique, and mystique kills stars in the way we used to think about them.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I didn't know anything about how, like, pick your favorite old school legendary comic. They had to make a movie about Lenny Bruce for us to figure out what he was up to.
Yeah. Well, comedy in a sense is a little bit more, personal than, say, maybe being a TV or a movie star. I'm showing you
authentic stuff is the backbone of what you do.
Yeah. So it's a little different with a comedian in the sense that there is, we're laying it all out on the line. Hey, my parents got divorced, or hey, this, that, and the other thing. So there's an authenticity within the art form itself that lends to people going, oh, I like you because I relate to you.
Yeah.
But with the acting thing and the TV thing, for me, I've always loved the fact that I didn't know anything about these people other than the fact that when I went to go see a movie, they played a character and then they vanished, and that was it. Like,
how about when you know one thing about an actor? Like, we know nothing about Daniel Day-Lewis, but we know he was once a cobbler.
That don't bother me.
Hey, that guy really likes shoes. By the way, feet and shoes are a reoccurring theme of this. But do you think Daniel Day? Wait a minute, we might have just figured it out. He wasn't really a cobbler. He was a cobbler in quotes. So he could look at what? Wait for it. People's what? Feet. Daniel Day-Lewis has a foot fetish. We just cracked it. We've just outed him. Cobbler. I should have known. Fuck. Who goes from winning 2 Oscars to being a cobbler? Unless you have what? A foot fetish.
Well, that guy's got to figure it out still. I mean, like, I haven't seen him on a podcast. Listen, DiCaprio for the first time with this new movie he had come out this weekend was doing, he was on the Kelsey Brothers podcast. So even a guy like that who was like kind of
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah, Leo, what I love about Leo is, among many things, is that his heroes are the right heroes. So he tries to live his career life like his heroes, which is, don't do a lot of interviews and just let there be mystery.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now he's on the Kelsey brothers. So even Leo succumbs. But worse, not worse. I hate to admit it, but I do enjoy my time on TikTok. I do. I'm not gonna lie. And I've seen Leo doing TikToks with his the two fellow young performers in the new movie. Leo, TikTok trends.
What are you doing on TikTok? Like, what's your go-to? Like, what are you doing over there?
Here's the thing is, I don't have to do anything because the algorithm knows me better than I know myself. Knows me better than my wife knows me. So it'll be like, you know what? I think Rob really wants some Bigfoot content tonight. Sure enough, here it comes. Or it'll be like, I think Rob really wants to see vintage 1970s commercials. Light, bright, making things with light. There it is.
But are you using it as a user, or are you putting, what do you put out on, are you doing like
I
dancing?
am doing TikTok.
What are you doing?
No, I don't do trends. And here's the thing about there's a way to navigate this new world in a way where you keep some semblance of dignity. And I use it for bits or ideas, communication, like a little sketch bit I might have. A lot of dog content. My dogs get a lot of time on TikTok. And it's that kind of thing. But I'm not doing I'm not doing the gritty on TikTok or whatever the fuck.
Well, are you the type that sees your dogs doing something or something's happening and you're like, I got to get this on the video so I could throw this up on TikTok so people come still see what I'm doing? Like, what is if you weren't in this business, would you be doing dog shit on TikTok?
No. No. But I don't know, because it's like, well, here the version would be, all my friends, I'm not in the business, I'm not in the public eye, don't need to be, don't want to be, but I have all my friends follow me, and all my friends know I'm obsessed with my dogs. And instead of waiting until I'm with them at dinner going, oh my God, you got to see what Daisy did, and showing my phone, which is what you would do, you just put it out so everybody sees it. I get that. Hey, you got to see my kid. He launched a home run. He cleared it was bottom of the ninth in Little League, and he, whatever. Then you'd show it. Like, instead, you'd put it on TikTok, and all your friends would see it. No?
Listen, I got three buddies I still talk to in Chicago that I met in college. I haven't seen no one's dog. They don't have the Instagram, and they're not sending me dog videos. If somebody sent out a dog video in the group thread, they'd get ripped to shreds. Like, what are you sending me this shit for?
I don't care about your fucking dog. But see, they're real. They're like gnarly dudes, and I'm just a pussy. That's the difference. That's clearly what's going on. Let's just be frank. Fucking showing people dog videos. You guys are like, remember Dick Butkus? He was a badass. That's what your guys are doing up there in Chicago. I know what's going on. Mike Ditka, there was a man.
I have to say, there was a Butkus video not too long ago of him taking out a running back up the middle. So yeah, maybe it's a different guy.
I get those. That's another thing my TikTok will show me. They will show me like Night Train Lane decapitating a guy for the rant. I'm telling you, my TikTok, it finds it's the wormholiest, most random, crazy Edmund Fitzgerald shit. I get more shit on my TikTok about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald than it knows what I'm into.
How is that? What is that? A boat?
come on. How old are you? 51?
52. Why? What's Edmund Fitzgerald?
You're from Chicago.
Yeah.
You've never heard of never heard of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
No.
Oh, bro. Okay. So
did Butkus have anything to do with it?
He was on it. Yeah. This is the best. So it's a great song by Gordon Lightfoot, famous hit song. Gordon Lightfoot, who you will know all of his songs. Like, I can see the look on your face. Don't know who Gordon Lightfoot is either. Okay, so here's what you're going to do when you're done here. You're going to do a Gordon Lightfoot deep dive, Gordon Lightfoot Essentials. Just do this for me. Gordon Lightfoot Essentials. You're going to thank me. Sick, great yacht rock 70s music. And then you're going to do Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which is a song that he sang, big hit, about the biggest freighter ever's tragic sinking in Lake Superior in the late 70s. And wow. I know it's hard to explain the importance of the Edmund. Anyway, TikTok gives me literally like how to get Edmund Fitzgerald bumper stickers.
Wow. No, I ain't on that algorithm at all.
So you're like, I thought Rob Lowe was kind of cool. And I realize he's too many freighter wrecks.
Now, either your listeners
this
are
song.
Going, what's that?
You know I promised you know.
Could you get like a sample of it so you can play it, just so I know, and then I go, oh, I know this song. But I'm like that with a lot of music. I don't know a lot of music and artists who sing it.
I don't know my phone here. I wonder if I'd have to license it if I played it on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Somebody sent me a bumper sticker saying, if she doesn't know what time the main hatchway caved in, she's not the right one. And I thought, because there's a great lyric in it, at 7 p.m. the main hatchway caved in.
I don't know lyrics either, bro.
Nothing. I'm dying. I'm going down. I'm sinking with this bit. I'm going to the bottom of Lake Superior. Okay, thank you.
Oh, I sang this song in Bookie. Oh what? My God. I had to sing this song. I knew that was vaguely familiar. So in the TV show I was doing, this came
Bookie.
On the radio, and I was a yacht rock guy in the that was my character. And amazing. I had to sing this song. And I was like, there's no way I would ever listen to this song. And then, yeah, wow.
Wait, okay, so I'm definitely going to check out, but I know Bookie, the Chuck Lorre show, is with, and Charlie had a little bit, and I'm after the notion of you singing the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald and not knowing what the hell you're even doing is amazing.
The fact I don't even remember singing the damn thing. Nor do I remember the title of the song.
We may not have been meant to be friends.
Well, no, this could be good. This could be good because I could, do you know who, here's one. This is what I was listening to while you were listening to that. I was listening to TKA. You know who that is?
No.
Yeah, of course not.
Wait, who are they? Is that a punk band?
No, it's dance. It's like freestyle dance music in the 80s, like Stevie B, TKA, Scars of Love. No?
Wait, what? The living what?
See, this is a whole world that you don't even know about.
No, I'm seriously interested in this. Like the 80s. I mean, I thought I knew everything about the 80s. I thought I was Mr. Motherfucking 80s.
Yeah, but you didn't get into the dance music back then. That's what I was doing.
Dance music? We talk about. I was at all those New York clubs. Maybe they were playing that, and if I listen to it, I will know the vibe. Okay. Someone please take a note of all of this. I got to have
George Lamond. You ever hear of him?
I've heard of Giorgio Moroder.
I played him in a movie too. Didn't know who he was until I played him.
Wait, you did not play Giorgio Moroder. Yeah. Get out of here. You played Giorgio Moroder.
Yeah.
How the hell does that happen? And how do you not know who he is?
Prior to playing him, I didn't know who he was. And then I started like doing the research on him. And I go, oh, okay, I know this guy's music.
Oh, so what's becoming clear to me is you love playing people that you just don't give a shit about, or no?
If you make a movie, call me and let me know. If it's like a biography, if I don't know the guy, I'd love to play him.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, like you could have been in that Springsteen movie that's coming out. You could have been like, I don't know who any of these people are. And I'm happy to do it. Like Mark Maron. He's playing, like Bob Clearmountain versus producer. I knew who that was. He goes, I don't know who he was. Pushes buttons. What do I know? I mean, somehow there's a certain freedom in not being beholden to Giorgio Moroder.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he had an accent. He was like he was German and Italian. He lived like right on the border. So then
dude, he has a whole rap in the Daft Punk record.
Yeah.
What he talks about, I'm Giorgio Moroder. It's amazing.
The accent you just did was way better than what the hell I did in the movie. I had to work with this dialect coach for the first time. And I don't really do like accents. And I go, I can't do this. Why are you even picking me for the part? And she's like, oh, we'll give you a dialect coach. So I worked with the dialect coach. And then I did the movie. My father saw it and he goes, don't do any accents in movies. All right. Oh God.
Accents are hard.
When I went to the set, the guy I was playing opposite goes, what kind of accent is that? And I go,
oh boy.
Great. This is a dud.
There's we talking about movie stars. Robert Redford died recently. I mean, talk about that's the official public declaration that the factory has discontinued the line.
Yeah.
It really.
I agree.
In case you were wondering, Redford is gone. They're shutting the movie star factory is
done.
Shuttered. And he did an accent in Out of Africa, one of the great movies of all time. 2 weeks in, and I've always wanted to be a fly on the wall for this. The great Sidney Pollack. I had to go to him and go, so Bob, we need to talk about the accent. And the next thing you know, if you watch Out of Africa, Robert Redford sounds like Robert Redford. I want to see that 2 weeks where he was doing a Dutch accent. I want that footage. Okay, TikTok, I know you're listening to me. The fucking phone listens to me. If you can find the Redford Out of Africa Dutch accent, and by the way, that is the kind of stuff it finds for me. Like that is exactly in the wheelhouse of what it finds for me. That would be amazing.
Have you done an accent in a movie?
I played Kennedy, and everybody knows, which is a hard accent to do because everybody knows what he sounds like, and if you do it wrong, you sound like the guy in The Simpsons. And that did really well for me. It was people liked it. I got a Screen Actors Guild nomination for it.
Nice.
But I'm working on a new project where I'm going to have a Russian accent. I'm as we speak working on it. And
are you working with somebody, or is there somebody coaching you through this?
It depends. I have a pretty good ear, so I'm good at impressions. So sometimes I work alone, and I just need to hear it a lot. Like if I hear someone's voice enough, like anytime a president is served 4 years, by the 4th year I can imitate them. You just hear it so much. So a lot of it is just listening. If I can listen to it, just put in the time in the saddle, I could probably do almost anybody. But this is coming up so quick that I'm worried I'm not going to have enough time to spend the time listening to real Russian. So I'm using a coach. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it could very well be that they come to me 2 weeks in and go, Bob. I'm like, no, it's Rob. We need to talk about the accent. It happened. Dude, this was so fun. We need to make this a standing date every year and a half.
Yeah. Every 18 months, we check in and see where the entertainment business is going.
Right? Well, I mean, by the way, every 18 months check-in would be seismic. There could be 10 studios we're thinking of right now that might not exist in 18 months.
Yeah. And by the next time we speak, you got to listen to TKA, Stevie B, George Lamont. All right? And then I'll look at this Lightfoot character and see what he's got in his treasure trove of music.
Sundown, you better take care. You're going to know all the songs and be like, oh, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian hero. All right, brother.
All right, man. Thanks for having me and sharing your audience with me. Good chat, and have a wonderful rest of the year, man.
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon.